Hello, I'm Talia Trevere here with more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. So things are getting spicy. Well, I mean, not that they weren't spicy before, honestly. Shit was going down last time, huh? Well, we have some new friends. Friends in quotes that may or may not stay friends. We're gonna see, I guess. Um, yeah, we'll see what this new, like, I don't even know. Just new everything. We've rebuilt the entire colony. We have new friends around. We're finally out of our year. Yippee. Um, I don't remember if I went around talking to people last time. I think I did. But we can click on them again anyway, just in case. I don't expect you to know this, but I'm kind of a big deal. Hang on. Sorry. Okay, yeah, sorry. My headphones were being a little funny. I think everything is normal now. Sure, this is my first time planetside, but among the other recruits, everyone listens to me. So if you want to make a good impression on the others, you should try to impress me first. He looks you up and down, the operative word being try. Bertimalia? Oh no, Pang says, shaking her head. I'm far too busy for something as childish as a science fair. Not what I do every day in the lab, enough proof of my intellect. It sure is. Yeah, Kel's still having a hard time. Nothing makes his character less instantly likable than the phrase, I'm kind of a big deal. And he just kept going. I know, right?
Hey, so I heard you guys have a feast next season?
Nomi says, tilting their head to the side.
And there's competitions? And what kind of competitions? Because, like, everyone on the Helio learns how to do soldiery stuff, but other than that, I'm not really good at anything. Well, except for video games.
Nomi smiles proudly.
Okay, but I'm really good at video games,
They say.
Oh, and drawing. I guess I put all my skill points into dexterity. Wait, do you get that joke? Do you guys have role-playing games here? Do you think we could have an art contest at your festival?
Well, I think there usually is some kind of art thing. I guess we'll see. Yeah. Do we hug again? I guess we can hug again.
What are we gonna do with Utica?
Mars muses, sniffling into a tissue.
Without a governor, we're totally lawless. What if someone tries to take my stuff?
Well, I feel like these guys have ways of enforcing order. We might not like them. Yeah, Dad's got a lot on his plate now. Yeah. Okay, so the question is, what the heck are we doing with ourselves? Oh, Cat. Cat is here. Maybe it de-stresses you if you're in the bad way. Do you mean the hug? Because I remember dad hugs would help our stress. Maybe he can also. If the Helio's gonna be the one taking your stuff, yep.
Hi, kitty.
Okay. So, the big question. What the heck are we gonna do with ourselves? I did want to work on the social skills a little bit. So reasoning. Our reasoning's still at 14. Ugh, I feel like we should do something with the reasoning too. What did we have for social skills? I think we had what did helping in the kitchens get us? Creativity and empathy, that's good. That is quite good. We probably wanted to do some humanities classes too. What did those give us again? Creativity and persuasion. Persuasion would definitely be helpful. I think we're really bad on that. Let's go for that. Congruence asks you to take take a stack of blank paper and a box of pencils from the classroom nano printer and pass them out to the class.
Today we will be here practicing our handwriting, she announces.
I wonder how much this is like, you know, gated behind certain time periods, because I feel like practicing handwriting at 15 is a little bit weird. You hear Tangent groan beside you.
But congruence, she whines. Why would we ever need to write by hand when we have hollow palms? This exercise will be part history lesson, part future skill, Congruence tells the class. In the future, we may not always have access to hollow palm technology. Our replicators and computers will break down eventually, and when they do, we will have to rely on low-tech solutions to everyday tasks. So, first lesson, how to correctly hold a pencil.
I guess in that case it does make sense if they haven't practiced their handwriting. You and the other students get to work learning how to print by hand. It's a little bit like holding a stylus, but the texture is all wrong. Your letters are small and cramped, and you have trouble keeping them in a straight line. Tang, though, is suffering the worst. Yeah, we're weird space kids. We didn't necessarily need to write by hand yet.
Ha!
Mars laughs.
Looks like we've finally found something Tang is so good at. Look, she keeps mixing up her lowercase a's and e's.
Tang is used to using a stylus with her hollow palm, but she's never actually drawn the letters. She fumbles like a child, bashing her fists against a hollow palm for the first time. It's painful to watch. You can tell she's getting more frustrated with each letter. Mars, on the other hand, has lovely penmanship. She can even write in cursive.
My papa taught me when I was little, she says, showing off her paper. Cultured people know how to write for real.
Well, I feel like writing by hand is stupid is gonna win us points with Tangent, but I would want to say I'll help you, Tangent, but I feel like she hates people trying to help her. She'll just think I'm looking down on her or something. I'm gonna go for it anyway, but I don't think Tangent's gonna take this well. Nope. She did not. She's kind of all or nothing that way, yep.
I don't need your help, Tang sneers.
She hates being bad at something, but being patronized is even worse.
Just let me do it myself,
she grumbles, balling up her fifth piece of paper and tossing it on the floor. Mars laughs, but after a few minutes of tense silence, she looks over to Tang's work.
You're pressing too hard, Mars tells her softly. Loosen your grip. It's different from typing in the air with the stylus. Try moving with your shoulder instead of your wrist and fingers.
Tang takes a deep breath and tries again, slow and deliberate. Mars nods and slides closer, putting her hand over Tang's and gliding her pencil on the paper. Oh?
There, see? You're getting it,
she murmurs. Tang's cheeks go pink. We have a ship on the horizon here? After a minute, Tang eases her tension, and her writing starts to flow more naturally.
Thanks,
she stammers, pushing her chair away from Mars. Oh boy. Alright, what do we got? We need to get to a 28. We've got some good stuff here. Surprise love triangle, yeah. Dang, you gotta act fast. Rex is a very huggy person, yep. Well, we could try to go for all reds. That might be the way to go. So if we get this with we get all twos here. But on the other hand, we can do gem stuff here. That is a win, but ideally we do want to get the goal. Oh! Okay. That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Okay, well. We did it. Oh, right. I also forgot about birthdays. We have new friends, new birthdays. So far, all of our birthdays have been mid and late, whatchamacallit. You know what I mean. We don't really have any birthdays in the first half of the year, really. So I expect our new kids to fill those out. Whoops, not Tammy. There's 13. I remember he was older, yeah. I actually don't remember. Was Snowme 12 before? Quite possibly. I'm gonna try giving them a present. Just to check. Well, while we're here, let's go talk to people. Fang is deep in conversation with Chief Engineer Instance, conferring over a holoscreen. Fang says something that makes Instance smile and pat her on the shoulder, who then gestures to close her holopalm and walks away. You approach Tang, who looks unusually flustered. Oh, hello, Solana, she says. The tips of her ears are pink. Do you have need of my assistance? Cal looks like he's being run ragged. Hey, Solana, he says, leaning against a pallet with building supplies scavenged from the heliopause. Well, what's up? I don't have a lot of time. I gotta get these over to geoponics, and then we gotta get plants in the ground. Alright, let's try giving him a thing or two. I feel like they might appreciate a weird fruit. I think I'm gonna try giving them the flower, though. Nami looks a little surprised. You brought me a gift? They exclaim. Like, just because? OMG, Solana, thank you! Okay, well, they didn't especially like it, and it was not their birthday, but whatever. Still nice. Okay. Can we talk to Dad yet? He's been pretty busy. Your dad is hard at work rebuilding the greenhouses. There's a lot of planting to do, as well as setting up the hydroponics from the new ship. It's almost like how it was the first year after you landed. Everything dies, Dis says, plucking at some dead grass and blowing it away into the wind. He's just really become a true emo kid. Not that he wasn't originally. Plants, people, this planet's gonna die long enough time. Dusts his hands off and rests his chin on his knees. I didn't bother fighting. Try to do anything at all. Oh, buddy. Yeah, that's not what I meant to go. Okay. There's an emo band somewhere out there without a lead singer because Dis is on this planet. Yep. What he was born to do. This has been going through it every successive year since we landed. Buddy, we've got gotta get you a hobby besides foraging. Yeah. He's just embracing his emo kidness. Well, he does have a hobby. He's into music. I wonder if he ever tries making his own music. Actually, we do know he's dabbled in game development a little bit. So he has hobbies. Sort of. Really like to get that persuasion up. Let's maybe... I was gonna say let's maybe do some more humanities classes. Mew? I don't think we've really gone out to explore this year. It might be worth trying it out. We don't have any, like, specific goal out there, but, you know. What have we got? We don't really need any of those stat boosts, but of course you can always find stuff outside, which could be nice. We don't have a new area unlocked, so it's just going to be kind of probably similar events to what we've already seen. So it says all events have respawned. I don't know if there's like new boss events or something that respawn. It doesn't say any details really. I assume there probably are. Not sure. What do we have in here again? So we could deliver supplies. Organizing and persuasion is good. How's our organizing? Our organizing is not too terrible. We can maybe try to do one of these. Oh yeah, and what? I feel like there was some other stuff that we unlocked recently that I haven't gotten a chance to check out. I think, was there something new in the greenhouses? Oh right, I don't know if we've done Tend the Animals yet. I'm gonna give that one a try, just to see what the heck is up with it. Would you mind me telling you about the unlock conditions for further areas? No, I'll figure it out, I guess. Let's try this one. You meet your dad by the animal pens, fresh and ready for your first day at your new job. Your dad laughs at your clean clothes and your scrubbed face. Oh, Pumpkin, I'm sorry to tell you that you're a little overdressed for the position, he chuckles. You're gonna get dirtier than all heck today. Go on, put on these overalls and let's get to work. You change and follow your dad to the float cow pens. He rubs their noses as he points out their names. I know they're cute, but these ladies aren't pets, he says. They're livestock. And more than that, they're not really domesticated, like our animals back on Earth. They're more like tame. We give all the animals lots of room to roam, and we feed them well. They're not gonna get chased down and eaten by bigger animals, and we help them if they're sick. It's a pretty good deal, I think, but they're still pretty wild, he says. You gotta be careful with them. He leans his elbow on the fence. We were pretty lucky that Ritumna has herd animals, he says. Makes it a little easier. We'll probably have real domestic animals in a couple 100 years. That's, a long ways off at this point. Well, kiddo, your dad says, spreading his arms. You've got all these animals. What do you want to learn about first? I don't think we should eat animal stuff. That's interesting. I feel like this might be a case where you can just go through all of the dialogue options. The float cows and sugar bugs I know we've talked about before. The other ones we've mentioned. Let's talk about bristle slugs. Yeah, these are the little guys with the berries on their backs. So sweet. Oh yeah, we got a ton of them, he says. They're great. Slow and gentle and easy to catch, which you already know. Don't let the spikes fool you. They're actually really cuddly, and don't mind it when you pet them. It actually helps them. In the wild, they'd be scratching up on all sorts of things to knock off those itchy berries. He scrunches up his nose. They're not really berries. They're more like eggs. Well, they're like berries, though, because they're sweet, and you know what? Never mind. Autumnal animals are pretty weird. The float cow you captured is still here. Look, there it is, he says, gesturing out at the herd. Yeah, I remember the one we caught was like kind of sickly. You squint and try to follow where he's pointing. Eventually you see it. Wow, it's much bigger than when you saw it last. It's been eating well. And guess what? Your dad says with a grin. It was pregnant. See all those little floaties? Our first babies. You smile as you watch the float calves bob alongside their mother. Aw, that's so cute. We figured out that if we keep feeding them what they'd be eating during pollen, they'll keep making milk year-round, he continues proudly. It makes them heavy enough that they don't float away. Otherwise, we'd have to keep them on leads like balloons. Your dad takes you to the rows of crates where the soft, squishy sugar bugs are all clumped up together in the moist muck. These guys are pretty cool, he says, picking one up. It perfectly fits in his palm. They're a colony, just like us. And if you tickle them, you get... He brushes his finger along the top of the sugar bug, and a little jet of gooey stuff comes out. Sugar bug syrup, he says. Pretty neat, right? Aw, these guys. No joke, we thought these guys were just plants for the first couple of years, your dad says. We transplanted them from the wild into the greenhouses, but I guess that was just part of their life cycle, because it turns out they're sentient and can move around and stuff. Our nemesis. We moved them out of the greenhouses and into the barns, but we don't really treat them differently. They still mostly just sit there. Do we try to want to go vegetarian? I feel like we don't really... we can't really be picky about what we eat, you know? We're so short on food, we can't just be discounting animal products. That's just not really gonna work. Great, your dad says, clapping you on the back. That's the kind of energy I want to see around here. We need someone to muck out the float cow stables. They might float, but their poop sure doesn't. He hands you a shovel. Have fun. Oh gosh. Okay. Ooh, look at this. And we got gems. Would that be better or worse? I don't know what you're referring to there. Oh, you mean if the poop floated? That would be interesting for sure. So this could potentially be a 7. Oh, no, sorry. No, it just goes up to 6. Yeah, floating poop would be interesting for sure. Well, I feel like sports ball is not going to be very helpful here. Try to go for the total. Oh, right, because this is a wild card. It gets the bonus from this. That's interesting. I don't figure we could try to create a 5 somehow. Potentially by giving one of these a boost. Well, if we give this a +1... Just don't change it to red, because then it'll get a +2. This could be an interesting idea. That's very high. If we want to get equal to the goal, not that we really need to, but okay, well, that'll do it. I think it was someone's birthday early dust, right? Whose birthday was it? It is Snemmy's birthday. She is now 15. Oh, and Dad has moved. A number of people have moved around. Yeah, he's still being run ragged. Even this isn't up here anymore. Do more hugs. Rex folds you into his arms, bending his whole body to you. He smells warm and a little spicy, like clean sweat and sunshine. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. The hugs just keep coming. You haven't really moved. You're still spouting the usual stuff. Oh, you want to play some sports ball? No? Oh, wait. No, come back. I want to give you a present. I know you like egg. Emmy gives you a little smile as she accepts the egg.
Thank you for remembering my birthday, Solana. It's hard without Con here.
Aw. Poor girl. Oh.
I don't know if my mother knew when I was born how convenient my genetic modification would be in times of crisis,
Hank says, rubbing her eyes with her forearm so as not to contaminate her gloves.
I can work 3 times as long as the other lab assistants, with very little decline in cognitive function.
You don't get a crush on Vase, you can do better. Yeah, I know, right? What's over here? Nothing. Nummy's running around, making pew-pew noises at things like they're shooting imaginary lasers. Which is fitting, because that's exactly what they're doing.
Well, hey, Solana, they say when they notice you watching. Do you want to play Laser Fable? It's so fun.
Do Tangan just have the same genetic modification or not? This is so confusing. I was never under the impression that they did, but it's possible. Alright, Dad has things for us. You overhear your dad talking to one of the other cultivators. Seems to be upset about something to do with the new governor and people from the Heliopause. When the other woman leaves, you have a chance to ask some of the burning questions you've had. Hopefully all of them. Who are those new people? Your dad looks startled and tries to muster a friendly smile. You overheard us say, kiddo. Just wondering how you genetically modify exactly one twin in vitro. That is a good question. That is a very fair point. Listen, Solana. He hesitates. and looks around nervously as if afraid you're being watched. Just going to have to trust the adults on this one. Things you're still too young to understand. I'm not too young. I thought the same about myself once, Dad says gravely. Wrong. The Helios came here just like us, looking for a better life, tells you. Some of them had other reasons too, but now that they're here, we have to learn how to work together. When your mother and I were young, on Earth, we learned a hard lesson. Gives a grim smile. We learned a lot of hard lessons. Finally, rebellion time. Yeah, just for one little. One was that it's safer to be led by one dangerous person than be attacked by an army of them. Let that sink in. Another was that sometimes adults tell you not to worry. You should listen to them. Go on, enjoy your youth. Gestures towards the heliopause. Go get to know some of those new kids. I'm sure you'll find they're a lot like you. Before you can say another word, your dad is called back to work. Still so much to be done to rebuild the farms and geoponics greenhouses. You can see people from the Helio helping him. But they aren't all that bad. Ah, damn it! I would hope we could get the other questions too. Oh well. Dad is deep in conversation with some official-looking people from the new ship. You arrive in time to hear him say, "They're not aliens, they're livestock. I should know, I shovel enough of their..." He sees you and brightens. "Excuse me, fellas. My kid's here. We'll have to continue this later." He throws his arm around your shoulders and walks you away. "Thanks, kiddo. You showed up just in time." Save him from awkward conversation. To be fair, he probably wasn't going to answer those either. Well, yeah, he probably would have dropped at least some kind of hints. Okay, did we miss anyone? I think we haven't talked to Dis, and he's probably outside. Yeah. Alright. So. What to do, what to do. I guess we go back to working on our social skills, probably? Creativity and empathy, that's probably good. I guess let's give it a go. And Anne comes bursting into the kitchens carrying a large crate. "Special delivery, Solana." Sets the crate down on the prep table and sticks her hand inside. "It's time to do my very favorite thing in the kitchen, figuring out new ways to cook fresh food." You grew up eating soy rations, tasteless but nutritious. The hydroponics aboard the spaceship never made enough to feed everyone, so fresh food was a luxury. Anne's always excited to try her hand at real cooking. With a flourish, she pulls from the box an alien plant you've never seen before. It's pale blue-green, oblong, and about the size of her forearm. It hits the cutting board with a disturbingly meat-like slap, and immediately starts oozing slime onto the surface. "Your father finally cleared this friendly little fruit for human consumption," Aunt Anne says. "It doesn't even have a name yet. You could come up with something fitting while you figure out how to use it." You look dubiously at the weird fruit. As you watch, it glorps out a fresh wave of slime. "Don't make me name things." Aunt Anne catches your disgusted expression and laughs. "The business of eating can really turn your stomach sometimes. Imagine, back on Earth, everyone used to eat meat from living things. This is a blessing, Solana. Who knows what we can do with this little plant?" That's so interesting. I had assumed that we were, at some point, slaughtering some of the alien creatures we were raising, but no, it sounds like we're just, we're raising the float cows for their milk and the whatchamacallits for their egg fruit things, and huh. Yeah, we're vegetarian, just not vegan, it seems. That does appear to be the case. I don't know if I want to. You're telling me we could have supplemented our starvation harvest with animals? We literally could have avoided all this. Oh, that's a good point. To be fair, though, if we haven't been, like, researching which animals are safe to eat, it would not have been great to jump into that, but we could have at least put some of our resources into researching which animals are safe to eat. But yeah. I don't know about this thing. Give her a silent, sidelong glance and cross your arms. No way. Nuh-uh. You're not putting it anywhere near your mouth. If Anne wants to try it so bad, she can figure out how to cook it. I mean, I can maybe experiment with cooking it. I'm not eating it. Well, we have lots of twos. Lots and lots and lots of twos. Oh boy. Okay, what happens if we put out all these twos? I guess that works. What if we bring in something bigger? No, that doesn't change anything. This probably won't change anything either. Wait, why do I feel like that's worse? Huh. Well, good enough, I guess. We are getting some good creativity. Vertumnalia Festival is a welcome day of normalcy in an otherwise chaotic year. Despite some lingering rivalry between the two factions, Vertumnalia is a chance for the Helios and the Stratos to come together and appreciate the bounty of the planet. At least, that's what the adults say. As Governor Lum takes the stage to address the colony, you can't help but notice the crowd has segregated itself according to their ship of origin. Oh boy. It's worse because the value of the value of the 2 is 2, while the value of the wild card is 0, counted as 2. I see. Okay, so the value is counted as 0, but for the purposes of combos, it counts the 2. Okay, that makes sense. Class wartime, yep! Rex shoots you a wave from over on the Strato side, and Nomi makes a silly face. Face is surrounded by other young soldiers, all looking sharp in their heliopause uniforms. Dis standing beside you, you wonder if the two ships will ever feel like one colony. A fanfare plays over the square's announcement system. Lum's honor guard do a complex drill with their drone rifles. "Greetings, people of Vertumna," Lum says, his voice ringing out over the square. "We may be far from our beautiful Earth, but we can still celebrate and be thankful for what we have here. We've worked hard to save this beleaguered little colony from the brink of destruction, and should be proud of our work." Helios cheer. Your side of the square is more quiet. "I know some of you have been asking, Lum, how are you going to do it all by yourself? How are you going to run the colony, solve everyone's problems, turn this planet into a paradise, and look this good?" Lum strikes a pose to a smattering of polite applause. Oh my god, I hate this guy. "Well, I have the answer for you," he continues. "The old council have made a lot of bad choices, like illegally leaving Earth, but I believe in second chances. So, I've appointed the original department heads to my own council. Lum's Council 2.0. Better not disappoint me," he laughs, and makes finger guns at the department heads at the foot of his podium. "Stay on your toes, Stratos. I hate him. I hate him! I also want to promise everyone here today that we're going to make Vertumna safe for humans," Lum says. "The next time those bastard Xenos attack, we're going to blow them to so many little pieces there won't be enough left to wipe off our boots. We've already got the defenses," he says, gesturing broadly to the new, taller, thicker walls, "and we're building homes for everyone. Homes where people can raise children again, knowing that our military men and women are keeping us safe. He's made the retumna-shaking decision to let the people who know what they're doing keep doing that. Yep. But also threatened them that he's watching them and they better stay in line. Big cheers from both sides this time. Some of the colonists around you even have tears in their eyes, especially those who lost family in the last attack. Lum goes on for a while, lionizing the Heliopause's military strength and casting subtle digs at your failed colony experiment. Finally, the crowd disperses to set up the square for the afternoon festivities. Some traditional and some new. At the tables, Aunt Anne and the kids are setting out the spread for dinner. There's an unimaginable amount of food, thanks to the Heliopause's huge ration surplus, and the piles upon piles of xeno meat from the hunting parties, for those who can stomach it. Okay, so some of them clearly are not vegetarian. I think, I would imagine maybe us from the Strato are vegetarian, but our new friends are not. I've seen Pacific Rim, and I know for a fact that bigger walls always work. Of course! Anna's all smiles, clearly making an effort to move on, as Lum mandated, despite still mourning her lost son, Calm. But not even the festive atmosphere can force a smile onto Nemi's face. I kinda want to do it. These Helio jerks think they are.
Right, Mars exclaims. This Lum guy's a tool. Did you hear what he said about us? How crass. Like, have some respect.
Seriously. This arrives, carrying a big tureen of stew.
Now they're just taking over, and everybody is okay with this. The adults are bigger cowards than I thought.
He liked that too. Mars looks at this in shock that they agree on something for once. Heck yeah. The chime sounds to announce that the square is set up for the animal competitions. What do you choose this year? Oh no. It used to be bot wrestling, and it used to be run by Calm. But now it's been taken over! Yes, just join the rebellion. Oh, he is absolutely joining the rebellion. He doesn't need any persuasion on that front. I don't know if I want to join their new event. This is pleased you can finally hate openly on someone I know, right? I am kind of tempted to try the bake-off. I don't think we've tried that before. I guess let's see what it does. It also takes combat instead of toughness. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. This feels like it's gonna be some, like, animal abuse shit. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's like... I seem to have disconnected. Are we back? Okay. I think there was hopefully just a little bit of a blip. It's hard. Uh-oh. Goal 82. Ooh. Okay, +3 bonus to pairs. That's good. I think we can try to just go for 2s here. We don't have any gems yet. That's a fun one. These are pretty decent. Let's try to go with this. Okay, here we're doing good. We've got a gem. This is a really shitty gem though. It's only a 0. Well, it is whatchamacallit. It is a wild card. So it can be useful for some things, but that's something, I guess. I don't want to waste the gem thing, though. 4, 5... That's not going to be good enough for next round. No, I kind of want to save the gem stuff. But this one combos with other yellow cards. So maybe we keep this too. Maybe we use these. Hmm. We could give this one a +2. And then we'd have a 4, 5, 6. Could use a log to make a 0 into a 3 with that previous combo. True, I am kind of hoping to save these for hopefully getting another gem. I wonder if... Yeah, going for pairs is really good here. Unfortunately, I don't feel like we really have much by way of pairs. We can try to make this a 5. And actually, we can turn that into a 5, too. We could get some 5s going. I think I might try to do that. It'll take some items, but... That's quite strong. I wonder if the +2 to the keep between rounds maintains that. That's a good question. I would doubt it, but we'll see. Yeah, it just stays this way. Okay. Well, we didn't get any more gem cards, but we did get some funky stuff to use with them. So let's see what this does. That turns that into a 4. 4, 4. But we have some 5s. I feel like it would be a waste to not... We have so many 5s. But now we don't we don't have our gem anymore. Alright, that'll do it. And measly 1 organizing. Make a chili that is so perfectly balanced, one of the judges cries, and not just from the spice level. You win the cooking competition in 8! Jesus Christ! After the festivities, the mood in the colony is a lot lighter. See people smiling easier, and often see mixed groups of Helios and Stratos socializing together. It feels like the first time people have actually let themselves relax. I wonder how long that's gonna last. 8 wild color, really good. Yeah. Yeah. Check our birthday scan real quick. Oh! I think that's a birthday! Hello. Alright. We gave them a flower last time, right? And they were kind of neutral about it. Let's try... We're short on these, but we'll try them. How old is Vase? Vase was 18. So he's the oldest of the kids.
Oh, a birthday gift! Naomi exclaims. Thank you, Solana!
It's only a +2, though. Still not their favorite. One day we'll find out what you like. Okay, we get double kudos. He's an entire adult and he was trying to beat up Solana, a child. Yep. Emmy is kicking a sports ball around listlessly. After a while, she picks it up and just stares off into the distance at the colony walls. Yeah, you're a big deal. We get it. I'll do another hug. Oh, you got a thing for me today. Cal waves at you as you enter the garden, leaning on his shovel. Hey, Solana, he calls. But his eyes look past you, down the path to where Anemone is beating the absolute tar out of a training dummy. Fierce battle cries echo across the colony, making Cal wince. Oh, they were so close before, but I think Cal is very much not into the combat side of things. She's been going totally hard lately, huh? He says. He scratches his face, smearing dirt across his cheek. She asked me yesterday if I wanted to spar with her. She said it would be good for self-defense. Cal smiles sadly at the memory. I told her I don't want to fight. Not her, not a training dummy, not anything on this planet. For real. Aww. I've never seen her get so mad at me. She called me a baby. Told me I'm just gonna end up forcing everyone to protect me because I'm weak or helpless or whatever. He seems upset and stabs the ground a few times with his shovel. I just don't think it's right to fight anyone, especially the Xenos. They were here first, he says. What do you think, Solana? I think sometimes you don't have a choice. Jeez, you sound like an adult, Cal grumps. They always tell us to see both sides of an argument, but I tried, and He shrugs. I just think if you have to hurt someone to get what you need, you don't deserve to have it. I can see where he's coming from, but there are other people who will try to hurt you to get what they either need or at the very least want. And that doesn't mean that they deserve to have it, and that doesn't mean that they deserve to be allowed to hurt you for it. Flashback to that one animal we needed tubers for the food effect. Yeah. What if you're really hungry and you really, really need to kill a plant animal? Cal frowns and crosses his arms. I mean, that one's kinda on you. It ain't fair to kill something just because you didn't think ahead. No. What if they attack you first? What if your mom dies and you just needed one more food, Cal? Yeah, Cal. Have you considered that? Cal throws his arms up in disgust. If something attacks you first, you probably did something wrong. Maybe you shouldn't keep going places where things want to attack you. We thought I had Cal and the beans were poison. uh, poor Cal. What if your loved ones are in danger? I mean, that's totally scary, but you kind of shouldn't be putting your loved ones in situations where they could be in danger in the first place. That's easier said than done. Like, I mean, it's exactly the situation with the colony, right? That, you know, even if we assume that the animals are like coming to kill us on purpose because they know that we're messing with them, like, on the one hand, yes, we have wronged them. We absolutely have. But on the other hand, like, that was, we didn't really have a choice there. And it sucks because we're legitimately in a situation where there is no correct decision. There is no path forward here that doesn't harm people. We have to make the messy decisions of who or what do we decide to sacrifice. And in this case, we are choosing our own well-being over that of the native wildlife of this planet. And that is just a choice that this colony is making. I'm sure some characters will not be happy with that choice and will oppose that choice. And that's going to be some fun conflict down the road that's already starting to brew here. But yeah, this is just that kind of situation, this kind of story where we are, in a sense, in the wrong, quote unquote, but it's the only thing we can do to survive. We're on a colony that gets attacked every glow. We're kind of stuck in the danger. Yeah. We can't just stop putting ourselves in dangerous situations. We live in a dangerous situation. More seriously, I do prefer Cal's pacifism to the entire Heliopause's deal. But yes, we're stuck in the bad situation unless we go the dis route of literally rolling over and dying. The danger exists. Yeah. For sure. Like, you know, in general, I don't like violence or confrontation. Like, in my, you know, day-to-day life, I would never consider like hurting or attacking people. I think even when we talk about like self-defense, if, you know, someone came up on the street and like tried to mug me, I don't think I could bring myself to like try to hurt them back. But I have the privilege of thinking that way because I don't live in a place where I am constantly in danger. Like, I don't expect to have to fight for my life. But their situation is rather different, I think. Yeah. What if your life depends on it? How is that fair? Their life depends on it too, Cal retorts. You can't just decide that you get to live and they don't. Yeah, well, I do see his point, and he is also, in a sense, being naive. Like, what does he want us to do? What is he proposing exactly? Like, making that decision is like a core part of being an animal, yeah. We're not in a situation where we can escape from the danger. The danger is going to find us eventually. So, like, what does he want us to do in that situation? Does he want us to just, you know, stand there and take it? I don't know. Like, believe me, I really want to agree with him. I definitely sympathize with him. I understand where he's coming from, and I would really love to be in a situation where he's right. I really would. I wish he could be right. But in this situation, I unfortunately am forced to disagree with him. Um, Sorry, Cal. You tell him sometimes you just have to fight. Nope, Cal says. Nope, nope, nope. Nobody's life is worth more than anyone else's life. It doesn't matter if they're human, xeno, or anything else out there. We all need to live in peace. I do respect that very much, and I think we need that. I think we need someone advocating for peace to balance out the people that are going to be like screaming for blood all the time. So, I don't want to necessarily discourage him from this. Um, but yeah. His eyes go back to Anemone. She stops sparring with the training dummy and is looking up at the gardens as she has a drink. Neither she nor Cal wave at the other. Cal has such strong convictions. It's one of the things you like best about him, even if you don't always agree with them. Yeah, he's a good kid. Good boy. Good card! You spend a few hours following Cal through the garden. The adults have given him a portion of land to plan out for the next planting season. It's a big responsibility, but instead of feeling proud, you can tell Cal is a little distracted by your conversation. He keeps looking over in Anemone's direction, but she seems determined to ignore him. When you finally head out, you're just as dirty as he is. The dirt sticks under your nails, no matter how many times you wash your hands. Aww. What are you up to, Dad? He's still busy. Also, hello. Are those squeaks delayed? Hang on, is like the entire... The audio crazy delayed? Hang on, let me reset the capture card just in case it's that. Okay, that seems better. Okay, there we go. I like the way the mechanics of the friendship cards fit their personality. Cal's just a no-nonsense high-value card. Yeah. It is nice. Who have we or haven't we talked to today? We talked to you. It takes a long time to find Dis today. When you do, he's hiding in the bed of one of the transports used by expeditions. Don't make me go home, he says, pulling the dust tarp down over himself. It's so crowded. I can't hear myself think. This is always an outsider. I don't remember anyone else's card. Yeah, Dis is like... I guess Dis's thing is that he's just on the edge. First or last. Who else do we have? We have Tangent, I think. We have Mars the Ambition. That takes your kudos. We have a Tangent one. Tangent's Focus. Oh, it wants to be the highest value. That's pretty funny. Anemone's Loyalty. And she brings up everyone else. Aww. We have a Cal Strength 1. Or do we only have 2? Alright, anyway. What do? We do have a bonus to kudos, but honestly, I don't know if we really need them for much right now. I love their little dance, that's so cute. They're just always off in the distance doing a little dance. Hmm. Well, we don't really have anything to work towards right now. We're at Disentang living now. One of the big changes about the Heliopause moving in was that Solana has her own room now. Yeah, I would assume that they also have rooms now, but I don't know. Yeah, Tangs gets a bonus if she's the highest value, and Ebony buffs those weaker than her. Just at the is most comfortable at the edges. Mars takes your money. Very fitting for their personalities. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, I don't know. What should we work on? We are at 0 stress. We could potentially try to do an outing. I feel like we should probably do at least one this year. Because why not? We haven't explored in a while, yeah. Alright, where to explore is the question. Bravery and perception. I guess we could use some bravery. Perception we definitely don't need. Biology we could also use. We're very close on the next perk. Saying it's too crowded back home. It's been sort of implied the twins are orphans, so maybe they're in some big communal housing. I mean, I kind of assumed he meant like in the colony proper, that he like wanted to stay outside, but it could also be like their housing specifically. I don't know. Okay. Um, I guess we could try either one, really. Let's maybe try this one. We haven't done this one in a while. Interesting that Dis doesn't go here. He's only in the first two. I guess let's try this one. Alright, what do you got for us? Utopia is working near the gates. This area has been deemed safe enough for kids to go for a hike, so long as you're back before dark and never go out during glow. There ain't a lot to see around here, out here, she says. A logging camp, a few fields, some nice lookouts. You've been out here before, but that was when you weren't supposed to. So you let her give you her advice anyway. Keep your eyes peeled for useful things, like that there mushwood log. She points to a light, sturdy piece of wood by the side of the road. Free mushroom card, or mushwood. This is the first time we've been in the nearby since we officially unlocked it. Yep. Lumber carrier must have dropped it. It's fairly safe out there, but I don't mean totally safe, she cautions. Don't go too far. And if you see anything that scares you, run like heck and make a ton of noise. Why did she sound so, like, southern? It's random. She helps tighten the strap through your backpack. What you hoping to see out there, sweets? Stuff to collect. Utopia laughs. Take nothing but photos, leave nothing but footprints, she teases. Suppose it's different on a brand new planet like this one, she says. We actually do need samples of basically everything, especially stuff that might be edible. In the future, we will maintain regional accents. Yes, especially since she was... I think she was originally, like, early 20s, so she would have been, like, a baby when they brought her on the ship. Slaps you on the back. Things really grow pretty wild out there, she adds. If you picked a place clean, give it a year. Bet it'll look like you were never there at all. I believe it was mentioned she was just barely born on Earth. Yeah, exactly. Alright, well, let's see what we got. You let your mind wander as you're walking and bumble straight into a field of gelatinous blob grass. I think we've seen this stuff, right? Yeah. Do we? I don't know. Do we? Do we want to go through all these things? It's probably just gonna give me perception. I want to walk around and see if, like, there's other stuff around. There's events. You can keep turn back and just walk through it. Yeah. I want to see if, like, this is around or anything. There's definitely stuff to gather. Is this just gonna be, like, common events we've already seen before? Ooh, what's out here? As far as we can go? I guess probably. You leave the path and sneak through a strand of mush trees to one of the little sawmills dotting this area. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of logs. I mean, would this help at all? Lecture them about clear cutting? That's interesting. I'm kind of curious to see what if anything that can do. One of the loggers takes off her helmet and eye protection. Oh, it's Utopia. You're about to get a counter lecture. Well, hey, we got persuasion. Look at that. Might get you rebellion points. It sure did. This colony needs to expand somewhere, she drawls. Clearing the land like this leaves more room for farming and helps us see if anything's coming out of the forest at us. Those are good points. Well. Oh, there's stuff over there. Hang on. Oh, it's this guy. But that guy reduces our stress, so we can save that for later. You hear a sad hiccuping sound and follow it to find a sick Hawkeye. It's hunched down low, its foot completely nestled under its body and shivering uncontrollably. Its enormous eyes roll around in confusion and fear at your approach. We're taking it. It's their new pet, probably. Alright, let's see. What have we got? Yoink that Hawkeye, yep. Got some gems. We can do a 444. We got more gem combos. Want to go for the equal. Okay. The Hawkeye hisses and tries to bite you. It doesn't want to be touched. You throw your jacket over it and carefully pick it up and put it in your pack. You crack the zipper a bit to give it some fresh air. Your dad helps you make a little nest for it in an empty part of the geoponics barns. Every day you bring it food and water and gradually nurse it back to health. Cal takes an active interest in the recuperation. Utopia says that Hawkeyes don't really have a gender, he says, as you're washing out the pen together. Or maybe she said they're both? And they're really social. So what are you gonna name them? He asks. I mean, given that they said they don't have a gender, these would be... These are clearly very gendered, but it could be kind of a tongue-in-cheek sort of thing. I do think Mrs. Hoppington is pretty cute. Optimus Prime is a little bit much, I think. Sir Hopsalot is also pretty cute. Optimus Prime and Han Solo confirmed for future literary canon. They sure are. Are you still keeping a running list? Alright, what do we name our new friend? We're up to 5. Let's maybe go with Mrs. Hoppington? I guess Mrs. Hoppington. A perfect name for a dainty little creature with the sweetest little claws and their tiny toesy woses. Cal offers the Hop Eye a piece of bobber fruit. Cute! Mrs. Hoppington plucks the fruit from Cal's hand and hops into your lap to snuggle down and nibble on it. Cal snaps a photo with his hollow palm and shares it, captioning it, "Friends for life." One less stress, that's nice. Aww. Baby. Oh, that ended our thing. Oops. Whoopsies. I guess we spent our month getting a new friend. The Arthurian mythos is a maybe, but it's possible the Sir Blank-a-Lot name scheme survived without knowledge of the introduction of Lancelot to the cycle. I guess so. Oh, we got 2 little friends now. Aww, babies. Alright. This is good too. 5 to 10 challenges. I think I'm gonna swap these out. Oh wait, how do I check on the level of my pets? Because there's, what was it, like, playing in the park that levels up your pets? We need to work on that. Get our pets super strong. They're both level 1 currently. Yeah, I figured it was this number in the bottom corner there. We need to get them up. It does seem like kind of a waste to do that when we're low stress. But at this rate, like... we're not really gonna get to high stress by the end of the year. I guess we can, the one before glow, we can rest, even if we don't get up to high stress. So maybe I'll do that. Then we got 3 more. In general, we really need to rest more somehow. Because we haven't really gotten the chance to get rid of our lower number cards. And they're really piling up. As long as nobody new dies, we'll be fine for a glow lookout, yeah. Could do another exploration in one of the other areas. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna try that. If we do that this time, then we rest next time, and then we have 2 more before glow. That's doable. Yeah, let's do it. Might as well. Oh, wait, hang on. Before we do stuff. First of all, it is, I believe, Cal's birthday. Dust. And let's check our other friends, too. He's still 16, and Vase is still 18. Okay, we need to go talk to our friends. I forget what he likes, but we can check that, right? He likes the eggs, which I don't think we have... We're not crazy short on them, but we don't have a lot. I'm sorry I called you a naive wuss. Please accept this birthday egg. Uh, you spot your dad munching on a soy ration. You know, these soy bars from the new ship are pretty good, he says. I know it's basically the same stuff as what we've got, but it tastes different. He examines the bar with a critical eye. Probably some kind of unique chemical fingerprint from the kitchen nanoprinter. An interesting idea. Rex surveys the reconstruction efforts with a thoughtful look on his face, which melts away when he sees you and smiles. Hey, Solana, he says. I'm thinking we should put a pool over there. Oh, ooh, how about a dance floor with giant booming speakers and blinking lights and a disco ball? That's not soy. They're not vegan, Dad. I don't know what that stuff is, but it's not soy. Oh no. Again? Rex laughs, but wraps you up in a great big bear hug all the same. Oh, he's cute. Hal has been gone for a long time now. Why are we still talking about this? Demi looks around at all the new soldiers that arrived on the heliosphere.
They look so cool, she mutters. Why didn't we act more like these guys in the first place?
Oh no! Nemi, don't go to the dark side! Nemi, no, it's a trap! Yep. Oh no. Alright, let's survey the plains, I guess. Maybe we can hang out with this again. And Ebony, no, don't turn your trauma over calm dying into a fascination with militarism. You're so cute. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm feeling right now too. Oh, hello! Chief Surveyor Utopia stops you and Dis near the depot. Feel that? You can feel a kind of ominous distant thumping, pulsing regularly through the ground. If you stand still, you can feel it vibrate up into your own body, too, like a massive global pulse. Utopia says, checking a readout on her hollow palm. I reckon it's naturally occurring, she concludes. But it's giving me the willies all the same. You two better check it out. Mind you stick together and take readings on the way, in case it's dangerous. You and Dis look at each other, excited. To think we could have saved you from this with one more food token. Oh no. Follow the thumping, now an audible noise, growing louder, west, until you've roughly triangulated its location. You know you're getting close, but it sounds like it's coming from all around you, and your instruments aren't precise enough to help. Well, have I got the stats for you? Alright, this card gets a +2. Plus physical cards. And just to confirm, this doesn't override, yeah, so that doesn't get the extra +2. I mean, we can... Get with these exactly. But these are both 6s. 26 is already quite good. That's not really gonna... I guess we could put this in and then just have a 4, 5, 6 there, but... a bit of a waste of this, but we will have gem combo happening. I think we're gonna have plenty. Alright, what can we do with the gem combo now? 6, 6, 7 is not bad at all. Whoa! I think that will do. Oh, and we got another gem though, but we don't have any more of our... This is interesting. We don't really have any red cards to get the bonus, so... So that can be a 3. Well, I guess we can kind of just do it at whatever. You find a machine? An ancient, broken down machine. Like a small pyramid-shaped building made from some kind of dark stone or bone that almost looks like it grew that way. Uh-oh. That is reminding me of the weird stuff we saw in the hole. Except it isn't broken. It's just so very old and overgrown. It looks more like a pile of rubble and roots than a building or engine or whatever it was. Still, a thumping noise comes from inside it. The vibrations are strong here, making your guts feel weird. You don't notice it at first, but there's a curious path on the ground moving away from the machine. A line half a meter wide where the dirt is a little more worn and bare. It heads off in a straight line to the west, or coming from the west. Could animals have made this path? Or the thumper itself? Challenges are nice, because if I have something I need to do, they're a nice break in the narrative time to do so. Got a drink. Nice. Hole 2, return to hole. Yep. Engineering. Oh gosh. I have a feeling we're going to continue encountering stuff like this. So we should really get our engineering up. This makes me nervous about our engineering stat. Unfortunately, once again, we are a little stupid. Yep. We sure are. Yeah, I don't think this is the last thing we're gonna find like this. You run your hands over its pitted, vibrating surface. How could you, something so unbelievably old, still work? It's definitely not natural. You can even see something like writing carved deep into the not-quite rock. Dis starts making unce, unce, unce noises under his breath to the beat of the thumper. It's a pretty sick beat. Dis, you dork. Eventually, you head back to share your findings with Utopia. Totally an alien civilization, Dis insists. Utopia scratches her head. I suppose, maybe, she says. You said it looks ancient, right? Perhaps there could have been another civ here long ago. We'd have found other signs, but nothing active like this. It seems to be pointing west, or receiving something. She snaps her fingers. There's some right ugly ridge lines out there that have kept us from checking that direction, but we got gliders and motivation. That's half the battle. She makes a note in her hollow palm. I'll open up the western resting ridges for surveyors, she says, then grins. Whew! Say that 3 times fast. Nice, we got ridge surveying. We'll have to stick together out there. Just looks at you curiously. Sure, if you're scared, he says. I genuinely wonder what he means by that. Like, is this just his way of saying, yeah, I'll hang out with you? Or is he actually like, what the heck are you scared of, you know? It sounds like he's genuinely, like, not concerned in the slightest, and he's like, well, if you're really that scared, I guess I can go with you. I'm just like, this, buddy, there's scary shit out there, in case you haven't noticed. Okay, well, I'm glad that didn't kick us out of this, at least. For this month, we're going to be exploring here. Let's see. So we'll rest next month, and then I guess maybe we can explore the new place in the month after, and then rest before Glow? We could try that. When you report for surveying duty, Nomi is here. It's their first day as a surveyor. They smile widely when they see you, smiling exuberantly. Oh, you two know each other already, Utopia says, looking to you then Nomi. That'll make this easier. This is the main character trait, is not being scared to die, I guess. So, Lana, I'd like you to keep an eye on Nomi while you're out there, Utopia continues. I'm gonna assign you to the same regions for the next little while. Just make sure they don't wander into a nest of snap bladders, okay? Yay! I think it was a relationship building choice where siding with Disc got you friend points. I guess. Nomi cheers and gives you a high five. As Utopia explains to Nomi and some other new Helio surveyors about the surveying tools, Nomi starts to get bored and wanders a little ways from the group. You see it happening, but are powerless to stop them from tripping and nearly landing into a nest of Hopeye eggs. They're just about to crash into the delicate spun glass cocoon when Utopia materializes as if out of nowhere and scruffs them by the back of the collar. Nomi, pay attention! Nomi giggles, like they don't even realize the danger of being stampeded by the upset Hopeyes beginning to gather around. Utopia ushers them back to the group before things can get tramply. Nomi asks a million questions about the eggs. Are they edible? Do they have hard shells or soft? What is the cocoon made of? How long until they hatch? Utopia sighs. Just get out of here, you two, she says, before the cute little varmints turn ugly. Well, you've got a new exploring friend. No, don't. I think we're gonna try to just wander around until we see something interesting, not necessarily go for every single event. Although it could be interesting because, you know, we might have Nomi with us on some of these. There's so much stuff lying around today. I love the way Nomi seems to manifest emotes around her to represent her emotions. They seem to actually be there too and not just a sprite thing with their holotech. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That she could just do that if she wants. They, yeah. Well, there's Nomi. Then again, last time one of these events kicked me out, so maybe I should be careful. Well, I'll try it. Hopefully this does not kick me out. You hear Nomi shouting for help nearby. We'll run. Just in case. Oh. Oh, hey, look at that. We didn't lose as much stress. You sprint to the sound of distress. Nomi seems to have fallen headfirst into some kind of Nomi-sized flower. Is it eating them? It's engulfed Nomi's upper torso, its petals pulsing as it pulls them down further. You could use your plas cutter to cut them out of there, if you figure out what part of this creature to cut without hurting Nomi. Nomi is struggling, and you hear the muffled sounds of distress from inside. You have to try! Alright, this one's generally good to throw out first. I guess, I don't know. What can we do? So that's gonna end up being a 4. We could do like a 2, 3, 4, I guess. Although we do also have these guys. 3, 3, 4. Kind of a waste of a gem, I feel like. We'll go with that, I guess. So does this count with this one? Yeah. Oh, it's such an annoying card. And we have this crap. Not really ideal, but I guess that'll do. Here's a deceptively strong card for its value. I forget. Oh, the Shimmer Cure. Oh, yeah. That does sound fun. You know what? We can probably do that here, although... God damn it. Actually, I don't want to do that here, specifically because I have this yellow bonus. -2! I think I'm just gonna go with this, whatever. Although, we have a total equals goal situation happening. That's so stupid, I hate it. I hate it! I think we're just gonna go with this. I'm not gonna get the total. You delicately slice the lyre flower at the underside of the base of its flower, which you guess is the creature's neck. Up close, it actually looks more reptilian than plant-like. Just a little nick, and the creature coughs and convulses. Yomi spills forth in a flood of digestive juices. Ew, ew, ew! Yuck! My outfit! Stupid flower! Nomi stomps and shakes their fist at the flower, which lurches away on a fat, snake-like body. Oh, we've got a creature here we can hang out with. Let's do our rounds first. Just make sure there isn't anything interesting around. I mean, honestly, I guess the animal interaction probably is the interesting thing. There's probably like another boss at the end. Let's get that guy. Um, I think if we go back to like where the hole was or wherever. Although no, sorry, the hole was in the other area, not here. But I mean, there was stuff here too. There was like the pond where we hung out with Dis and whatever. Where was our friend? Here's our friend. We know he's getting into situations for sure. You're crossing a clearing when you hear a terrible cracking, pounding sound. A bushbub rushes through the tree line, barreling straight towards you. Okay, okay, I think we've done this one already. I guess we might as well. Bravery PC, okay. Save these for later, I think. We have this 8. Have a 5 here. Or a double 5. Oh. Feature, hello. I guess let's just use this shit. We're almost there anyway. So this is actually going to be pretty decent because we have so many cards. Well, we've already got it, really. Oops, no. Well, it's super goal anyway. Find it funny how variable the random card locked in a slot modifier is, yeah. Sometimes it's asking you to swim and giving you a free flotation device, otherwise it's tying an anchor labeled sports ball to you. Alright. Well. We got past it. Let's give this a try. Spot an enormous, unfamiliar flower. Large, waxy petals joined to form a basin brimming with goopy yellow gunk. The entire thing has a sticky, melting look. The awful smell of the juice permeates the area. It's like something died in there. Yeah, we're not drinking the goop. I am kind of tempted to stick my hand in it, though. Let's just watch. We are already maxed at animals, though. One of the nearby bushes starts rustling. Oh, another bushbub. It approaches the plant and dips an arm into it, bringing it to its face and licking it. Then it sticks its head right in there and drinks. Try not to gag. Some long, deep gulps, the bushbub wanders away, looking slightly tipsy. Well, that really doesn't make me want to drink it. Let's put a hand in there, I guess. It's a silly little... You tentatively slip your hand in a little ways and feel around. Suddenly the plant contracts and sucks your arm into the elbow. Panic, expecting the sting of digestive juices, but it's just... warm. Gross, but oddly pleasant. There seems to be nothing else in there. Plant your feet on either side of the flower and pull your arm out with a mighty slurp. Your hand smells awful, but feels all tingly and kind of stronger? All your noise attracts a nearby bush bub. Comes scurrying out of the bush, growling and cackling at you. I feel like running away is the smart decision, but I'm interested in seeing what happens if you defend yourself. Okay, so now this is locked in here. Sure, why not? Oh god, I hate this one so much. Um, Maybe I'll just get this one out of the way. Sure, why not? Ooh, look at all this. What happens is Cal appears to say, Tisk Solana, you shouldn't have put yourself in a situation where you'd be in danger. uh. The funny creature rears up and stomps the ground intimidatingly, but by reading its body language, you realize it's just trying to move you away from the big flower. You back away slowly, talking softly to it. Good, bush bub. You can keep your gross stink flower. It's all yours, buddy. Alright, let's keep exploring. Cool. I think those were probably the only two main events, so we'll just mess around, I guess. Oh yeah, Dis is hanging out. Let's... Huh, what does remember this spot for later do? I kind of want to see what Dis is up to, though. Yeah, I do remember... I think this happened last time, too. Where we hoped he had something interesting for us, but no. It's a soul basker. No, a whole herd of them. Your creatures that you personally discovered and got to name. Hell yeah, we're studying them. Okay, this card gets +1. Okay. We've got some gem combos going. I think maybe we can try the gem combos. What do we get? This +1 is kind of throwing me off here. Okay, so the 3-4-5 is doing stuff, I guess. Sure. And we just need 7. Kind of tempted to try this thing, but it would knock off my other stuff. Oh, here we go. That's doing a thing. Why not? Although, do we want to waste our kudos? We can still get a super goal. I've seen this herd a few times traveling through this stretch of wilderness. All day they bask in the sun on the top of a plateau. Now that evening is coming, they're coming down into the plains to forage. They like to hang out in big groups, and mostly lying around all day being lazy. Sounds like the life. +3 perception, yay, I know, right? Utopia's happy to have more information on the soul basker. Okay, it sounds like we can just do one more thing. Yeah, we can do one more thing. Well, let's just go for it, I guess. I don't remember if we've done this one before. Maybe we haven't? Spark snow is driving down, and visibility is poor. You can barely see your hand in front of your face. This doesn't seem very interesting, though. Oh, shoot, did I? Accidentally. Oh, well, I didn't. Oops. You're equipped to survive a little while in the snow, at least. You hunkered down against a tree and waited out. Wait, what was that? You squint into the driving snow, but all you see is white on white on white, and the slightest hint of movement. It doesn't even look corporeal, almost like a cloud. Like the snow is coming from it. It's impossible to get a closer look. You pull your collar tighter against the snow and move on. Whoops, I kind of messed that one up. Well, we're going home. Alright, whose birthday is it? I think it's Marcy's birthday, right? Early wet, yep. And then, just in case, we'll check our other friends. No. Here they are. Rex takes a deep lungful of air, followed by a bunch of shorter sniffs. It smells so good here, he says. Well, okay, not good, but it's sure interesting for someone with a good sense of smell like me. Rex laughs and scratches behind his soft ears. You just keep going with the hugs? Oh yeah, Rex exclaims, wrapping you in a strong bear hug. Just keep getting more friendship with him, just by hugs. Mars is poring over a real book with real paper. You crowd around to take a look at it.
This belongs to that new kid, Nomi,
Mars says, lilting her voice like a question.
I told them I was looking for someone to draw designs for my new fashion line, and they just handed me this.
The book is filled with character designs, giant robots, and pictures of characters kissing.
It's so good, Mars says, turning the pages. This is what we need here. People with talent.
Okay. Good to know that somebody is appreciating Nomi's talents. Where is Nomi? And where is Nemi? This guy just moved like 2 feet at a time. They scowls up at the pouring rain. Huh, he says. And they told us we needed to prepare for all the weather conditions after leaving the ship. I didn't expect this. This is miserable. How do you get anything done? Nemi doesn't say anything as you approach. You've been hanging out with your new bestie Vase? Huh? Forgotten all about us? I wonder if Nomi's like outside with Dis. Yeah, they are. Nomi's openly gawking at the rain pouring down. Right. Wow, they exclaim.
I am not over that water just falls from the sky here. What's next? Every day it's like a whole new planet. Have you guys had weather like this whole time? It's so cool.
They giggle and kick their feet, sending up big splashes of water. Does little soldier boy not like a little water? I guess not. Alright. Well, we need to go rest. And I think the thing that we needed to do was relax in the park. You play with your hop-eye Mrs. Hoppington while you hang out in the gardens. They're pretty well behaved, never straying too far into the underbrush and always coming back when you call their name. Another hop-eye shyly approaches out of the long grass. Your hop-eye goes totally still, then lets out a happy chitter and bounces off to greet the stranger. They touch noses, then hop around each other twice. They disappear for a few minutes into the underbrush, long enough that you begin to get concerned. Finally, Mrs. Hoppington bounces back to you and nuzzles against your leg. They want to be picked up and cuddled, so you pop them underneath your shirt and carry them like a baby the rest of the way. Aww, so cute. Alright, definitely getting rid of this. Thank you. Alright. So I think what I had kind of wanted to do was go exploring this time, and then next time, rest for Glow. Oh, wait. Check our work days. Oh! Well. There's that one. We unlocked a new area and all that. Yep, we sure did. Mars claps in delight as you approach. So Lana, she calls out, today I had a conversation with someone I haven't known literally since the day I was born. It was incredible. She clasps her hand to her chest. They didn't know about the time I played Ingenuity in the creche play and forgot all my lines, or the time Cal's pants fell down, or the food fight we had in the Strato mess hall. They didn't know anything. We just talked, she exclaimed, and we didn't run out of things to say. Dang, that's like such low standards. Rex is bouncing a small beanbag on various parts of his body, keeping it from hitting the ground. He stops and snatches it out of the air as you approach. Hey, Solana, do you want to play? Is it weird to just keep going in for the hugs? I feel like it's kind of weird. Like, if this was in, you know, a real situation, I barely know this guy. I just, like, stop by to give him a hug every once in a while. I mean, he seems okay with it, but it does feel very strange. I have to say. You would need Engineering 40 to hang out with him. To be fair, you're only doing it like once a month, I guess. Fang looks as if she hasn't shed a tear since the day she was born. The engineering wing escaped the attack relatively unscathed, she says. We still have power and shelter, but more importantly, we have our knowledge. She nods, resolute. If anything can help us out of this dire situation, it will be technology. Sure. Nemi doesn't say anything. Why aren't you talking to me? I guess I have something for you. What do you want? Do you want a log? You might want a log. You can, like, hit things with it, I guess. You can lift it for training. I don't know. What even is this? Vase asks, holding your gift at arm's length. A birthday gift? You Stratos have strange tastes. Oh, I still got a bit of friendship. So I think Rex is the only one whose birthday we don't know right now. And it's probably because we missed it. It's probably earlier in the year. Alright, I guess. I think we'll do the exploring, and that'll probably be the last thing we do today. So let's see, what did we have? Went surveying in the plains. We got all of the collectibles, and it looks like we got all of the boss events. Let's get our new area. Perception and engineering. Engineering is good. We really need engineering. Alright, new place. The only way to the resting ridges is by glider. Part vehicle, part kite, and all adrenaline. You land on the rocky, broken-up spine of the nearest ridge, and nearly fall over when you look down at the plummeting slope into the basin below. You are a long way up. Dis and Utopia glide in beside you. Phew! Utopia exclaims. You handle that glider like a champ, Dis. You too, Solana. She peers down over the edge of the slope of the ridge. A lot more exciting than the swamps, right? I want you two to stick together out there. It's dangerous in those ancient convergent domain ruins. What is that? Convergent domain? Ruins? Look around. The landscape is like nothing you've ever seen before. Dry, cracked soil gives way to steep cliffs. What little vegetation here is brittle and sharp. You can feel the dry air wick away the moisture in your lips. Wait, what the heck is that? What are we doing? I guess we'll look at the glowy thing. Point it out. Utopia gives it a nudge with her foot. Beats me, she says. Unearth the object, pulsing with light and warmth at the touch. Hold up, Utopia says. Don't just go picking things up, Solana. It could be radioactive, you know. Utopia waves her hollow palm crystal over it and then checks her interface. Only a little, she concludes. Whatever it is, it looks old. Like thousands of years old. We've been digging up glowing gadgets all over this region. Got no clue what they're for. You hang on to that one. Maybe you'll figure it out. Okay. I guess let's talk about the other stuff too. Well, there are buildings here, Utopia says. Traces of them, anyway. Maybe 10, 20,000 years old. We sure didn't put them there. That's a very, very long time ago. This lights up at the prospect of doing alien archaeology. We've checked them out, but not thoroughly. Mostly just trying to get a feel for who lived there, and why they ain't here no more. Based on some glyphs, we've started calling them the Convergent Domain. Whoever they were, they built things to last. Utopia admires. It ain't just arrowheads and cave paintings. There's real architecture. Machines, even. Tell me more. I wish I had more to tell you, Utopia says. Most everything we found just poses new questions. The structures read more organic than anything, so does that mean their gene tech was super advanced? As for this place, I think it was some kind of solar network for them, she says, squinting up into the two suns. Looking at it from above, you can see those big vines traveling up and down the ridges, like power lines. And there's hardly any plant life elsewise. Like they soaked up all the energy and made it a desert. But what they use that energy for, she says. If there was a civilization so big and so advanced on Vertumna, why can't we find more traces of it? Where are the cities? What were them thumpers for? What happened to them all? He's right, that's a lot of questions. Maybe you can help find some answers. Okay. That crystal stuff. Oh, those? Utopia says, pointing to a crystal formation so densely packed into the ravine that it looks like a sparkling river. More outcroppings of crystals decorate the slopes. They're all over the place. Be careful with them. Not sure if they're animal, vegetable, or mineral. She points off into the distance. There's a big island of them over there, like a glacier. Covers the whole damn place. Might be related to the convergent domain, but we ain't sure yet. Okay. So anyway, those ruins are the main thing we need you to survey while you're out here, Utopia says. Keep an eye out for anything else weird. Utopia claps the dust off her hands. Well, my job here is done. You're all set, kid. Try not to fall off a cliff. This jumps back on his glider too. As usual, he's going to scout on ahead and catch up with you later. Heck yeah, very exciting. New place. I think I might once again try to just get everything, because I know this is going to be the last opportunity to do it this year, obviously. So I think... Although... Yeah, well... I guess... Yeah, we're not really gonna, like... It's kind of the best we can do. On the one hand, I really think that we need to get our engineering up before we explore this place too much. But right now, like, there's nothing we can do. Dang, there's a lot to explore around here. Oh, we just looped around back. Whoops. Yeah, so it seems like, yeah, this has a loop. These two paths. Okay, cool. Cool. There's a thing over there. There's a thing. Let's go investigate the thing. I hope I'm not going to regret this. You find your way blocked by a massive wall. No, a hollow pillar. Knocked over and lying on its side in the sand. It's absolutely massive. It stretches to your left and right at least a kilometer in each direction, though at some points it's crumbled enough that you could likely scale over it. Engineering challenge. Well, I kind of want to do these. 72 is going to be tough. Oh, look at these cards, though. We got a 7 and 8. We got 6, 7, 8. Can we get to a 9 is the question. I don't think we can, because we would need to have another 7 there. I don't think that's happening. That's certainly something. Yeah, we only need a 14. I think we're pretty good. We can get these. That could be fun. And this would get overridden by that, yeah. Oops. We can use that. We can use that. Actually, just for curiosity, yeah, so that does override that. Sure. Good enough, I guess. We need that engineering. Please give us more engineering. This looks giddy as you follow the pillar to its base. A large pyramid almost entirely lost under the sand. You brush away some of the sand and find that the pyramid is inscribed on all sides with pictures of, well, wormholes, you think. This pillar must have once stretched up into the sky. Maybe it was some kind of observatory, or sacred building, or just a monument to the wormhole. Mysterious. Mysterious indeed. Oh, there's something over there, too. I feel like this is not what I was looking at. This seems like, I feel like we've been here before. Are we just heading back the way we came? Oh, I think I was looking at that flower. How do we get there? That's where we came from, yeah. Have we? I almost feel like we've walked around everywhere this time. Yeah, this is the loop. We're back on the loop. There was a path back there that we did not take yet, I think. This is the labyrinth, then, yeah. Hell. There's... Yes, this is where... Oh, no, this is what I was looking at. What the heck do we get over there? Oh, okay. Is this the way? I think I mean it. There we go. I figured it out. What is this strange device? I have a couple of them now, huh? Huh. I haven't seen any yellow ones yet. That seems like... Oh, no, I think... It looked yellow from a distance, but, it was just the atmosphere, I think. Should we start doing events, I guess? Utopia has sent you and Dis to study one of the large crystal outcroppings. Close, you can't help but get a sense that they're alive somehow. Angular and hard to the touch, but they have a sort of sponginess and warmth to them that's a little disconcerting. They emit a humming noise. He just pokes one with his finger. Weird. Almost looks like they're breathing. They're more to the area to find. You are just being labyrinthed, I see. First collectible use is free, that's fun. Oh my god, look at this +1. For 9. Well, we can use that, I guess. Have 5/5. I really want to keep all of these for later rounds. Can I just do this for this round? What would that leave us at? I think I might just do this for this round. Guess we could try to do a... Or we could turn this red with an egg. Because we do get a free use. It is a shame to use the gem, but it's okay. Oh, and I forgot that the red also gives it another +1, but eh. Good enough. Alright, what do we got with our gems today? Whew. Okay, then. Well, we did it. You notice that they hum the loudest at midday, under full sun. The crystals that have grown under shaded outcroppings are less vibrant than the others. They kind of look like convergent domain tech, don't they? This says. Like the organic obsidian or the crystals embedded in the ruins. Let's try blocking the sun. On a hunch, you cover one up with some ferns. After an hour, it stops vibrating. Something deep inside it has gone dormant. Crystal turns clear, like the ones that were shadowed naturally. When you remove the fronds, its color returns. Oh, so it's like photosynthesis, Dis exclaims. But it's not a plant, right? Ah, well, let's try uprooting one. They do indeed have roots, and they're really tough. You dig around the base of one and expose them so you can see. They're made of the same glass, but rough and frosted. Warm. Much warmer than the surrounding soil. The roots go down deeper than you can dig. Won't be able to remove one without breaking it. I think we're gonna try breaking them. Wiggle one of the crystals like a loose tooth. Wiggle, wiggle. Boom! Uh-oh. You're thrown by the explosion. When the dust settles, and you brush off the shards of warm crystal, you realize that some of the nearby crystals have also exploded. Are they connected underground? Yes. I know my corazal network when I see one, Dis exclaims. They're alive, like fungus, but also kind of artificial, like the convergent domain's buildings. I bet they were used to harvest energy from sunlight, like living solar panels. I wonder if they've been growing wild this whole time, or if they still power something. He stops. Wait, are you okay, Solana? I think I'm alright. You dust yourself off and scribble excitedly in your survey notes. This is an important scientific discovery. Oh. Biology level 2! Oh boy, oh boy. How do we find the rest of this place? Find... There's something over there, but I don't know if that's even reachable. Ah! I didn't mean to go there. Every so often, you see absolutely massive creatures here. Giant snake-like dragons with thousands of legs and shimmering scales. So large that if one crosses your path, you're in for a wait. Which is exactly what you're doing. A gargantuan dragon has been slowly lumbering over this ridge for at least half an hour, its body disappearing into the heat haze of the chasms on both sides. Its feet slowly undulate across the cracked soil, making shushing noises and scattering boulders in its wake. I feel like we gotta climb it. The creature is moving more than slowly enough for you to climb up, using its large, soft spikes as handholds. It's going to take hours to get anywhere interesting, but from up on its back you can see further. Also, there are other creatures up here. You've climbed up right next to a cluster of Dorbs moths, heads tucked under their wings like they're sleeping. And in the other direction, there's even a bush bub. Or rather, it looks like a pile of rocks and some twigs. These are all very intriguing. I kind of want to wait and see where it's going. I feel like it's going to take forever, though. This thing is not going anywhere at any point. But I am curious. Let's maybe not hassle the other creatures. I want to save my stress. I have other things I want to see. Centimeter by centimeter, the Goliath makes its way into the chasm. Feel the air grow thicker and less hospitable, until the sheer density of the heat and the drought make you feel genuinely concerned for your safety. You climb up the creature's back, segment by segment, until you're back on top of the ridge, then drop down on the other side. Phew! Scary. Intriguing, though. Okay, I think this is a new area that we haven't explored yet. There's that there. There's more stuff to the right here. Dang, this place is big. Oh, there we go. We have a friend. This is an entirely different person when he's outside the colony walls. Without people constantly trying to correct his asocial behavior, it's like he's blossomed into someone who's actually confident. The more time you spend with him out here, the more glimpses you catch of the real Dis. Bet you can't do this, he says, jumping off a huge boulder and doing a cool roll at the end. Wait, no. Bet you can't do it with your eyes closed. I can. Aw. You and Dis cavort around, daring each other to do more and more dangerous things. Dis isn't scared of anything. You think you see something on one of the plateaus above you. The cliffside is covered in convenient vines. Climb. Dis scrambles up the cliff, no problem. He turns around at the top. Now your turn. Well, you dared him, so you gotta follow through. The vines are slippery and dangerous, and some of them are even alive and wriggle when you grab them. You lose your grip right at the top, and you slip and start to fall. Is he gonna catch me? But Dis grabs you! Got you, Dis exclaims, pulling you over the ledge. Your heart is thumping and you're all sweaty from fear. But you did it. Dis looks so calm and collected, even though he just climbed the same treacherous wall and had to save you from a long fall. Why doesn't he ever seem scared? Honestly, it is kind of concerning. I think he just doesn't care about his own safety. The plateau is empty. Provides a great view to look out over the resting ridges. You and Dis take a break and watch the shadows creep across the dusty, craggy landscape. This is the life, Dis says. No school, no gossip, no bullies. No one telling me what to do or what to think. He props up his elbow on his knee and squints into the suns. Even with my augmentation, colony, I always feel like such a coward. Maybe the problem isn't me. Else, no. I'm not scared of any of the usual stuff. Monsters, getting hurt, even dying. Like, who cares? He continues. The humans keep finding ways to control people with fear. Well, you can't control me. That's interesting. So is his augment literally that he doesn't feel fear? Interesting. I don't think he would like me saying that fear keeps us safe. Have I really called him a coward? I feel like I don't know. I guess he might not be alive right now if it weren't for his fearlessness and fast thinking. It wasn't that long a fall, he says. You can tell he's a little pleased you understand, too. Aww. How are we on stress? I think we can do, like, one more. Oh, no. There's still a lot to see here, I think. Ooh, so many crystals. Yeah, I think this is going to be the last thing we can do. Expeditions has been collecting energy readings from this area, tracing the invisible ley lines of power like the one from the thumper that brought you here in the first place. They pointed you to this cave, a nexus of power at the convergence of many lines. You can feel the energy is different here, like a barely perceivable hum that prickles up the back of your neck. Like something is watching you. Let me look up what his augment is called. Yeah, we can look that up. No sense of fear. It's likely this was some sort of important place for the convergent domain, Utopia says, leaning on her glider. I've sent teams through. It gets mighty tight in there. I'm hoping you and Dis might have better luck wiggling in there, she continues. Might be the caves inside open up again. And if they do, take plenty of readings and report back to me. Pruning away all of a person's fears since childhood is kind of fucked. It absolutely is. And also, sending children to crawl into caves is a little bit fucked in its own way. Kind of putting into context why Dis is like that, yeah. For sure. Need to do a stretch. Why would you do that to a kid? Yeah, that's a pretty freaky one. This is vibrating beside you on nearly the same frequency as the weird power fluctuations. This is the real deal, he whispers, mostly to himself. Utopia nods and leaves you to it. What's the plan? I mean, I think we need to prep our caving equipment first. You get headlamps and a little recording drone with a floodlight attachment. A tiny buzzing flying thing that circles around your heads and sometimes illuminates what you want to look at. It's intelligent, which just means it won't just do what you want. Just bats at it in annoyance. Caving, an infamously safe sport, right? Utopia has also left you an anti-grav belt with a warning to practice extreme caution while spelunking down there. They make you lighter so you can climb more easily and won't hurt yourself as much if you fall. Into the cave! Tang got lesson need to sleep, and Dis got the absence of the existential dread that fuels humanity. What? Dis and Tang's mother, what was your logic? Yeah, it's interesting for sure. And this looks... Well, it's cool looking down here. I don't know if we're gonna find something similar to the hole. The narrow entrance leads to a bigger room that animals have clearly used as a den. It's enormous, with glowing mushrooms on the walls and piles of bones in some crevices. In some places, the walls are made of iridescent convergent domain obsidian, like this was once a great hall millennia ago. You can feel a cool breeze coming from somewhere, but it'll be tricky to find in the dark. We can do it. Okay. Cards with gems are wild. That's interesting. Well, we have so many gem combos. I feel like we should just go for it, I guess. It's another Chatter's grocery store. Yep. I think so. I guess we can go with this. Got more gem combos. That's not looking good, though, because then we'll have, like, 40 more in the next round. think we'll have to do better than that. Yeah, I don't know. This one's gonna be tricky, I think. So hang on, how bad is this? Yeah, that's really bad. We need to get this out of the way. Guess we can do that. Gosh, 38 is still pretty rough. These are decent cards, though. Hey, we're almost there. That is a fun combo with the sports ball. Whew, look at that. Huh? Sports ball and boring in the same hand. Look at that. That is beautiful. You find the source of the breeze by tossing some fine sand into the air and watching which way the dust blows. It's a very tight crack. Good thing you and Dis are so small. You squeeze through and have to shimmy along on your bellies for about 10 meters, pushing your gear ahead of you. It's uncomfortable, but Dis's excitement draws you on. Past the crack, there are fewer signs of animals. The walls are smooth, grown obsidian, which has a kind of melted, rainbow oil slick look. There are deeply carved glyphs on the walls at various intersections. Like room designations or street names, you wonder? And other kinds of basins, alcoves grown into the rock, full of odd protrusions, all ancient and worn and inexplicable now. Sports ball working hard rather than sports ball hardly working, yep. It feels homey. You come to realize the convergent domain must have lived underground. That's why there are so few ruins on the surface. As you follow the cave complex down, it's clear this used to be a well-traveled path. The corridors branching off to other places are now blocked off, as if a big earthquake had rattled this whole area. Only this one main path is still clear. It's too convenient to be a coincidence. The floor of the cave slopes downward like a slide, and it's quite slippery. Oh gosh, I'm like all the way stressed. You follow the cave system down, 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 all the way to what must be the bottom of the cliffs. You have to climb down a 3-story wall in the last section, and are grateful to your anti-grav belt for making it easier. You're still tired, though. You can see dim light below. Daylight? You emerge into a hidden valley, totally surrounded by tall cliffs. Did you just come down all that way? You're surrounded by the ruins of convergent domain buildings, in much better condition than the windswept ones on the surface. It's perfectly still here, and as quiet as space itself. I really hope we don't need to do more engineering checks. We've gone up a little bit. We're at 15 at least, but not 20. What was this? Dis whispers reverentially. Some sort of facility? Feels so familiar. You remember this place from your dreams. Feel a throbbing sense of importance that is a bit unnerving. Something momentous happened to you here, or will happen to you someday. You poke around a little, then call Utopia and give her your coordinates. Swings down on her glider, with extra ones for you and Dis tethered behind it. You're happy you won't have to climb all the way back up. She whistles. Great, fine, kids. This place didn't show up on any of our aerial scans. Took me a while to find a route in. You look bushed, she says. I'll stick around to get some readings, but you head on back to the depot and get some rest. Are we still at 90? Oh yeah, we can keep going. Don't worry, we aren't gonna push on without you. Oh, never mind. Too worn out and tired to continue, you have to go home. The mystery mysteriouses, yep. It sure does. Oh, did we reach 20? Okay, well, we're at 20 at least. We can do some basic checks, but I would really like to be higher than that. Okay, I think we're going to stop here. Or do we want to do our last month and rest and then... Well, we might get a cutscene in Glow, and I don't want to trigger that. So, let's stop here, and then we'll be back on Thursday, and we can do one more rest and get back to Glow. And on to the next year. Alright. That is it for today, then. So interesting. New friends to hang out with. New places to explore. We learned some stuff, yeah. Found some mysterious ruins. Alright, cool. Well, thank you for coming, guys. Your dog voiced dog repeatedly. Well, we had that last time. But yeah. I hope you guys are having fun. We'll, pick this up again next time. Alright. Cool. Hey Colony, did it ever occur to you that removing a person's sense of fear from infancy would reduce their ability to bond with fellow humans? Yeah. That one is kind of fucked up. I'm still processing that. Yeah. That's a really weird one. Really weird. Alright. I think I really want to get that engineering up. Also, I think Rex wanted like 40 engineering to do his thing, so we're not going to be there for a while. But engineering, it is happening. Alright, cool. Well, see you guys next time. Good night.